Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video, and today we will be flying once again the TFDI 717, and we are here. Well, I think this plane also gives it away apart from our own livery, but we are here in Australia, down under, in Brisbane. I think it's Brisbane, probably pronouncing it wrong, sorry for anyone offended. But yeah, we're down here in Brisbane International Airport and flying down to Sydney. And look at this amazing AIG model though. It looks really nice. I love the livery as well. It's probably a lot of Qantas. You can see here is that an Embraer or maybe an A3? Probably an Embraer, right? I was thinking it was like A3, A220, but and then a Dash 8. And then of course the TFDI 717 that we're flying today. But yeah, I've finally managed to get some airports here. Started building it up now with the sales and with me getting a few free airports from Orbex. So I finally kind of built up a nice scenery bundle to fly down here, which I've been aiming to do, but I thought now was the time. And basically we have the Orbex Brisbane Airport. We also have the Cityscape for Brisbane, same with the Gold Coast Cityscape. Then we have the Gold Coast Airport that we might see on our way down, but maybe not with this weather. And then we have the Gibson Terracolor scenery for New South Wales and Victoria and all of that. It's so southeast Australia. I do also have the Terracolor for South Australia, the state, but we won't be flying down there for this flight. But I can really recommend those because you then have, even when you get lower down, you get like land class, so you get all the trees, everything. It looks very nice. It looks quite fulfilled. But once you get high up, you get photoreal, so you get like the best of both worlds. So I'm a huge fan actually. So yeah, let's see how it works. This is my first YouTube flight in Australia, so hope it goes well. I think it's almost stopped raining. I can see some rain falling from, I think it's from the wing here. It's the immersion manager adding that effect, but I think it stopped raining. It looks like it's not raining outside, but the inside of the plane doesn't know that. But yeah, as you can see, I finally got I was able to tweak, so now we have much nicer resolution. It looks much nicer on the inside, much more kind of realistic. And I also have the nice Boeing touchpad with the logo. Or maybe I had that already in the last one, but I definitely didn't have the textures, right? So it should be much easier to see all the different signs and labels and stuff. And yeah, we do have the nice, let me just change, QantasLink livery, which looks really nice. Also with the PBR, it just looks amazing. And then we have the nice active sky volumetric clouds that do look very good actually. After trying that other config file with active sky combination, I've really gone back to the active sky version, which I do think is quite a good one after all. And I like the frames I'm getting, so I'll stick with this until I get bored, and then I'll go back to 2D clouds. Let's see, we can operate stairs. We have Qantas, but not freight, because we're not flying freight. Let me just see if I can quickly open up the design add-on manager and see if I can get the right zero fuel weights, if you can load that in whilst you're in the sim, because we're supposed to have a block fuel of let me see, 13,300. So I'm just putting it in here in the... So that's 12,000, that's 13,200. Like that should be good in terms of the gross weight. We should, let me have a look at the PDF actually. We should be at a weight of around 109, 1010, 96.2, we should have 0 fuel. So we can add quite a bit of passengers. Just have to make sure that the let me see, 96. I think we'll go with this. This looks good. So let's see. Send payload, send fuel. So now we have that in the sim. So that's nice. You can also do aircraft sharing through that. As you can see, it's quite hard to see on the outside. This is the only thing with the volumetric, is that the rain isn't always aligned. But I mean, it looks very good with this, you know. It just looks nice with an overcast such as this. It's a nice airport as well, Brisbane. I really look forward though, because we're flying down into the cityscape of Sydney with Flight Tampa Sydney. So that's gonna be a really cool airport. And actually my first flight into that airport, since I just bought it on a sale. So we'll start with the batteries, and let's see. Do we have... I guess we have some in-game sounds, but... Yeah, okay, we do have good, sorry, I just wanted to check so I don't miss anything. So batteries should go on here with the exterior. We can put in the ground power unit. Put that on, get things started. And there it's taking off, the A330. We can also open the doors and the baggage areas. Let's see if we can get this open. There we go. So yeah, look at that fly, the gear coming up, and the lights. I mean, it's very good model AIG, being free as well. That's it's absolutely fantastic. Should we have cones and wheel chocks? Yeah, let's put those out as well. Why not? We can keep this on status, I think. Let me see in here if you're flying with someone. We have the documents, only pictures though, so we're not gonna load anything up there for now. Emergency power, we can arm that. Let's have a look. So here you can see the logo lights working quite strongly. Let's have those on for now. The wing also seems to work. Emergency lights. And let's see, is there anything else? I don't think so. Now we just need to wait for everything to kind of start up. We can put in our, I'm guessing this is the flight number, right? So we have that info. You can see the screens are coming on. It's a really good aircraft, the 717. It is still one of my favorite ones. And even more so than the MD-11 actually. I do prefer this one still. I do have hopes for the MD-11. But this one just works. So I'll give them that. They made a really good job with this one. I hope the MD-11 will come to the same standard, but let's see. And let's see, I'm gonna bring myself up a bit. Looks like a pretty okay GSX config actually. Not too bad placement of the different things. We'll start the boarding. We're supposed to be 122 passengers. Let's see if I remember these right. You see flight number. What's our cruising altitude? 34,000. Flight time was like 117. We have the aircraft. We'll do 100 or 99, that's fine. Boarding music, we're flying Qantas, so I think we do have, I hope they're not too loud though, I'm not sure if I've tweaked these ones. Some of the okay, we are boarding passengers it seems. I guess the 737 that was taking off. There we also have the Air Niugini. I guess that's Papua New Guinea, right? They also have an Orbix airport there, the Jackson, or whatever it's called, Jackson's, that I want to get at some point. But I do want to get some airports closer by so I can actually fly those routes, as I usually aim for around 2 hours of flying. We can hide this one, and we can get started with the menu. We have a very old database actually, so let's see if we can. Now I'm a bit worried actually if I forgot to update that, but I have a solution. In a worst case scenario we'll just fly without stars and SIDS, but let's hope we can avoid that. I had to re-download this aircraft, right, so I must have forgotten to. There's always some rookie mistake that one makes. I guess it's Canberra, that's our alternate. I guess that's far enough. Flight number 716. Cruise level 340. Could you put temperature here? Maybe that wasn't functional actually. But cost index was 51. And actually talking about that, we need to put these to nav. So now they're in alignment and we can initialize them. And while we do that, I guess we can just put the block fuel and the zero fuel ballast, which was around 96, right? And let me see that information we get from here. Status 18.7. 18.7. Let me see, ballast fuel. I guess we have 0 ballast fuel. Center tank, to be honest. Okay, flight plan. This one was the interesting one. So what do we have, and do we have anything that works? Nope, we don't have anything for that. What about the approach, the star? We have one that should work. So let's try that. But we'll try to fly a direct flight to Sunegg, which is not in the database. So that's really annoying actually. The question is if we'll have anything in the database. Sanad we do have in the database. What about Boré? Boré we also have in the database. This is a really old one, right? So we'll just have to make do I need to update this after we have flown. I'm actually wondering now what is the... let me just have so much things open here. Let me just close so I can have a look. Call sign, Qantas. Qantas. Sounds a bit wrong, right? Almost like this, that other C word, unfortunately. But Qantas, I guess, is the way you would pronounce it. Okay, we'll do flight plan import. If we're only flying directly to Sanad, we should be able to just basically delete like that. So it's gonna be a nice flight over land, then getting to the airport. We're gonna be landing at the runway 34. So let's see if we do this with the Borea. Okay. So we'll be coming in. So this will be a nice approach. Let's see. We're just doing the I1, and we can do the vectors at the end. And now we need to check here. So we're doing this one, so much older. No additional star. We're flying to 3-4. Look at this. 3-4 left. Let's do the first one. And now let's have a look at the differences. So direct from Borough to Barrow, that's a bit of a difference. Vastra should be between. Then Ovils, Gentle, Sonka, Dudok, Nasho. Yes, very good. And Sosi, yeah, okay, good. So this will work. Oh yeah, we can't do that because it's a vector, so we should actually keep the discontinuity. So that's something to be... But then we can actually here, we can connect. And we can file. And actually I should just load, so we have the right runway, 19 left. Let's see here as well if we can do that. Doesn't appear such, I guess because we've kind of already put in everything. But okay, should be good enough. The only thing I'm noticing is a very bad altitude here. So I'm wondering if we should put this up to the same altitude there. Perfect. Validate and... oh wait, why couldn't we file? Let me have a look here. Planned flight altitude. We need to put A earlier, I think. An earlier waypoint, because otherwise that's gonna look very weird. Let's see if we have something. We can try Dadan. I think the important part is to make sure that it exists here. Okay, so it does exist. But for some reason I can't. There we go. There we go, done. Okay, that's gonna be a bit better. I'm actually gonna import the SimBrief flight plan once again. See, sorry, I'm doing this on my separate screen, but you can see it here. So hopefully this should work quite well actually. I'm gonna keep this flight plan because it's gonna be kind of the same. No SID. We do have a star. And we do have an approach with the vectors. Good. Now we can file the flight plan and it should be okay. Good. Yeah, other things that we can do basically already is to put in the windshield. It does seem to be raining outside. We have a nice China Airlines 78s. Yeah, is that the A350 maybe? A350, yeah. You can see it on the front, right? Probably landed recently. There one of the Embraers is gonna take off. I'm gonna change from the 80s channel. So we're getting it up here now. Even though that is of course good information to get. Let me think. What should we do? We can put these to slow. Or maybe it's a bit unnecessary to do it now, just gonna be an annoying sound. What we can do is the start pump, we can put that on so we don't forget. Let me just have a look, the air wind, yeah, good, good, good. What we should do is continue, because this one is aligned and I think that's fine. Init, performance. And here I guess we have all of these things that we could kinda insert flex and stuff, so a bit of the rated one. We could have a bit of a climb duration. In terms of putting in the V1 values, I guess we can do it here. In terms of flap takeoff selection, I guess we could try something. Let's try 10 maybe. And in terms of slope and wind, I think the wind was coming from 158, right? 180, okay, 180, so we can do slope. There we go, heading 180. How warm is it down here? 20 Celsius. Pretty good, I would say. We need the C, I guess. Yeah. And here we got the different V1 speeds. Wonderful. And thrust limits, we've set that. Flex. Yeah. Good. We are ready. I'm gonna prepare this one.
We're ready to
Have
go
a
when you
look
are.
at the weather. I'm wondering in Australia which one they actually use. Is it QNH or the other one? HBA. HBA is reference, so not the in hectogram. Okay, good. So 1022 millibars. Let's change to, oh sorry, there we do, 1022. Which in the other one is 3017. Good. Anything else we need? I guess soon to do those. Bit of a bad placement with that one, or the bus is a bit too much forward. Should probably be in another spot. But oh well. Could be worse. There we go, boarding is completed. Happy days. Let's see, these lights, beacon, all that is kind of set. So what we can do with the start pumps on is start the APU. We should see it down here. Once it gets going, these were a bit dark actually, but let's put those. While we wait, we can also do the, or ask for the clearance. Qantas 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance. Oh wait, the sound is coming now from the wrong... But I guess at least you should be able to hear it, right? But so strange that I don't get it in my headphones. That's actually really odd. Let me go and do a test actually on the voices. Do we need to do this, restart it maybe? I'm gonna exit pilot ADC. I hate when that happens. So many unfortunate chain of events today. Not having the nav data and then pilot to ADC acting all up for no reason. Like literally no reason at all. Yeah, the fun of flying, right? Let me just try again now because I want to see.
This is Microsoft Zero Desktop. I will be one of your random
Yes,
voices.
now we have it in the right one. Sorry about that, people. Now we just need to make sure that we get everything set up properly. Need to add the right waypoints, the right arrival, the right approach. We can connect to the sim, and I can switch to clearance and ask again. I need to file it first. But now we should be ready. Qantas 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Qantas 4003 is cleared to Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee is filed. Expect departure runway
4,000 feet, so quite low.
Maintain 4,000 feet.
Quite
Expect
low,
higher clearances 2
but
minutes after departure.
oh wait, sorry.
On 133.45.
Just wanna put that in 4,000.
Qantas 4003 is cleared to Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee
We have
is
the
filed.
APU now,
Climb and maintain 4,000
so we can
feet.
put on the generator.
Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure
We
on
don't need, I think, the central
133.45.
pumps actually.
Squawk 4252.
Yeah, we can put those off.
Qantas 4003 read back correct.
These ones should go on. That's already on. That should be on open.
Altimeter is 3018 ground on 121.7 Qantas 4003.
Or I guess we need a bit of pushback actually. I think if we could just go straight and turn to the right. I guess logically you could, but let's just not do that. Squawk was 4252. So let's just have a look that we get that one. 4252. And I think that's it basically, because we have everything set up. We don't need that to be connected to external. We can put the air bleed on. We can disconnect the ground power, the chocks. We can have a look here, pre-flight. Let's see if it works with the seatbelt signs on. We'll close all the doors. That should work.
Good morning, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 7.
There we go. We don't need the
Our flight time will be
EFBs, we can pack it
roughly 1
down.
hour and 17 minutes. Please note the cabin doors now
In terms of
closed.
traffic,
We ask that you make sure
we
that
can
all
put it
devices
on
are in
here.
airplane mode and
TCAS
larger
is
devices
off,
are now shut
but
down
we
and
can put it
secured.
on
If you have not
there.
already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is
Weather
low
radar,
and
we can
on
wait
your
a bit with
lap.
that.
Favorable seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked
Qantas
position for departure. Do you have any secure
4003,
doors for departure?
ready for pushback.
Qantas 4003 pushback approved.
Yeah, we need to put the parking
Pushback
brakes.
approved Qantas 4003.
Okay, ask for pushback. Let me see that everything is set up correctly. It looks like that. I never did do the test though for the fire. That's a good one to do.
Fire, right engine.
It looks to work. I'm not gonna push it any further. And then, let me see, wasn't there some? Yeah, here they are. Can't you move these ones? Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that. So yeah, we are ready to be pushed back and starting our journey down further south in the land down south. I wonder what aircraft that is. That looks like a very tiny 737. Do we have anything here? 300 maybe? Possibly, right? So good, we're getting set up correctly. I haven't set the stub yet. I think we can see it here. 4.4 is the suggested one. No rush yet. We are doing 19 left, right. So we should go to the right with the nose. Start at will, that's good. Qantas 4003, ready for engine start.
Qantas 4003 engine start approved.
Engine start approved. Qantas 4003.
Very good. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety
Okay,
demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
let's start with the right engine. We're seeing the values go up. Up and up. Fuel lever. We can now start with the nice windshield wipers on slow. Clear a bit of a view for us. Still feel like we are very fogged in. Is it because I have these on? No, they are on. Was the anti-ice maybe that was? Tail. Do we have anything to control the sides? Now you have that one. What's that? That's the map light. Setting parking brakes. Let's have a look. The right engine still starting. Very beautiful engines. I want to fix those, but let's see if I do. Air data heat. I want to keep that on. Don't think it's the engine ones. I doubt they would help us in any meaningful way. Oh yeah, we can test the cargo smoke test. Okay, that's a good engine start. Stable. Starting left engine. I'll confirm. And then while we do that, I'll ask ATC for clearance to taxi. Qantas 4003, ready to taxi.
Qantas 4003 taxi to runway 19 left.
Taxi to runway 19 left. Qantas 4003.
Okay, so we have kind of our discretion to taxi. Let me though Google these side windows, cause TFDI 717 side windows. Fuck. Let's see anything. Okay, I can't see any info on how to do that. Oh, fuel cutoff. Oh god, how could I forget that? Sorry guys. Not being very observant. Okay, they seem to say bye bye. So bye bye to you guys. Isn't there supposed to be some sort of side window thingy? Maybe not on all aircraft, right? You would think that. It's not gonna be that one. And now we should be having both engines started. Let's see if we have any good viewpoints. There's some good ones. This one's pretty nice. Seeing the clouds above. These are some cinematic viewpoints. Okay. So, let's jump back in. These are looking good.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your first officer speaking. Welcome on board on our flight. We'll be departing
Yeah, we can
soon
give
and we're
that.
aiming for a smooth flight.
Say hi to the
Thanks for
people.
flying, and we'll keep you
No
informed of any
slide should
changes
be on
as they happen.
taxi. We have the ground floodlights, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. Welcome on board our flight. We'll be departing soon and we're aiming for a smooth
That's
flight.
cool. So you can
Thanks
press
for
those.
flying.
I didn't know
We'll
that
keep you
actually with
informed of any
package.
changes as they happen.
Okay, let's see. So, auto, packs on auto. We can shut the APU air one, as well as the APU master and the generator. So that should be good. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we are now ready. Nav, takeoff clamp. We can release the parking brake.
Stabilizer.
Oh wait, actually,
Flaps.
I just realized the problem that we had the last time we flew this aircraft, right? We need to have a profile specific. No. And we need to have this one based on one of these, but I'm trying to figure out which one we have for. And I'm gonna check quickly because we had this problem the last time, right, when we were flying. Can't believe I did the same mistake again. So we have the INI. Then we need to find the TFDI. We cannot find TFDI. Oh, that's great. Let me quickly pause. I'll get back to you guys so we can fix it. You don't have to watch this. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I moved a bit forward, but I was able to stop us. The problem was that I had the takeoff clamp. It wasn't F-soup. It was the same mistake I did last time. Basically having my throttles all the way forward, because it's easy to break them otherwise when they're down, right? Because they're on the table. And then when I had takeoff clamp on, it of course activated, which makes sense. So let's put the right flap setting, flaps 10. Let's see if we can get this one moving. There we go. Just have to press the brakes once. It'll turn to the right here. Looks clear as of now, but let's see. God, I can't believe I always do that mistake. I should just wait with the takeoff clamp until I'm at the actual runway. So let's just taxi down here and then we'll turn to the right. We gave a bit more, too much throttle or thrust now. You always have to remember, if you can't get moving, just press the brakes a couple of times and then it should work. And let's see, this trim should be 4.4, right? 4.4. Gonna brake a bit again because we're taxiing way too fast. The speed brake should be armed. Anything else? I don't think so. How's it looking? Raining a bit still. Any other aircrafts on their way? Doesn't look like it. Anyone coming in for landing? Let's increase our range. Doesn't look like it. Weather radar is off. And we should turn that one
Tower on 118.0
on, right?
4003.
Did it stop raining? Looks like there's still some rain. But very light drizzle. Maybe that's why I think there's no rain, because it doesn't look like there's any. And we should turn to the right here. So now we have weather radar on. That's good. Let's decrease. The problem was the TCAS. We should have traffic on though. Let me just have a look quickly. Doesn't look like anyone's coming in. Yeah, sorry about that. Some rookie mistakes as always. Qantas 4003 ready for takeoff.
Qantas 4003 winds are 159er at 4 knots.
159er. Yeah, we're getting some different values here from Active Sky. Landing lights can go on. Can we see the lights?
Cleared for takeoff.
Yeah, you can see the effects a bit. Pretty strong.
4252 maintain runway heading until above 1000 feet, then proceed on course.
You can hide that EFB as
Qantas
well.
4003.
The left looks clear-ish at least. Can you open the window? Or maybe not. Seat belts, no smoking, windshield anti-fog, speed brakes, flaps, trim. Takeoff clamp, yes. Speed set, yes. Anything else? Nope, I don't think so. So let's see, 4,000 feet, that's how high we can go up. And we have profile for that one that we could press. I guess we could arm that already. What about FMS speed? Yeah, let's not do that yet. Okay, we are. Oh, well, look at that. I'm sorry, but let's do it. They will have to do a go around. No way we'll be up and about before they take down. Look at that, a go around. Now this is a bit of a risk situation though, because we'll be going quite at the same time, but let's see. It should be fine, right? Yeah, it's far ahead of us now. Okay, airspeed alive, 100 knots, 120. V1, rotate. Goodbye Brisbane. Do we have... We have a successful climb. Gear coming up. Still above us, but not far. Probably a bit to the left. So let's keep an eye on this separation. Okay, the gear is up, so that's good news. We can take off the kind of takeoff lights. Start turning to the left as well. Go to flap 0. Looks very nice. If we look at the surroundings before we get into the cloud now. Looks very nice. This is beautiful, the cityscape. Unfortunately we can't see the city too well. Okay, one.
Climb to flight level 120, departure on 133.45, Qantas 4003.
120, right? Was that the one they gave us?
Departure Qantas 4003, climbing to flight level 120. Qantas 400.
Very low speed we're being giving here. Now it's 250, that's better. I think we can go off with the windshield wipers.
Qantas 4003.
And now we're going a bit too fast actually. Oh, we do have climb thrust selected, right? So let's see. I'll try to manually fly this for a while. See if we can get. But yeah, very pretty aircraft. And here you can see kind of the normal Orbex land class. Doesn't look too bad, but it's not my favorite look.
Center Qantas 4003, climbing to flight level 120.
Okay, and we're climbing still. Don't need the speed brake on armed anymore. And we need to... God, I need to do the trim.
Stabilizer motion.
Because yeah, we are basically dropping down immediately otherwise. I'm trying,
Loco
guys.
Qantas 4003.
Let's put the trim on 6. See if that can help us a bit. Looks like we're increasing a bit our climbing. 6.2 maybe. Now it looks a bit better. And basically, if I'm not mistaken, we'll now be basically just flying through the clouds for quite a while. So I'm actually now already gonna do autoflight. Autopilot on. I'm already gonna select this one, have it ready. And let's see now. Should be okay. Windshield anti-fog, seat belt signs, no smoking. Let's wait until we're clear of the clouds, and then we will deselect the no smoke, or not no smoking, but the seat belt sign. We're soon at 10,000 feet. That means we can go off with these ones. We can also go to standard. We need to pull that. I really like how the knobs on the 717 is. It's much better than the, or more intuitive than the MD-11. Now we're gonna increase our speed, and then we'll start climbing again in order to follow our VNAV.
Climb and maintain flight level 120 Qantas 4003.
Yeah, 140, that sounds pretty reasonable for our landing. What are they saying now? Climb and flight level 120. Yeah, that's still on the cards. Let's have a look on the outside. You can see some of the ground. As you can see, it's still land class. But land class isn't too bad at these stages. It's more when you get a bit higher. And then we'll hopefully get the photo reel.
Qantas 4003.
I don't have it, of course, for Queensland, I guess it's called. But I do have it for a bit of New South Wales, a bit above on Queensland, so we should see it soon enough. Once we've climbed around 20,000 feet. So now we're climbing again. 200.
Climb to flight level 200 Qantas 4003.
Did we have any... Oh, are we off course?
Heading 165 Qantas 4003.
Well, not by a lot though. So 228. We'll soon be on the right course.
Heading 165 Qantas 4003.
We'll soon be aligned with the course, just because of this discrepancy, because there's a few more steps on this one. I should have deleted them. That was a rookie mistake on my end, to be honest. So now we'll have to hear the whining. Okay, we're still in the clouds, so we're talking about a really large cloud layer. Can we put these one to standard as well? That's like 2993, right? The best way to see the kind of difference is the knobs here. So the knobs just look a bit more better textured than the normal one with this PBR mod. I like the text as well, just generally. Not sure if they did anything to the screens, maybe a bit more dirt on them. You can see kind of the stains. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay, let's see. We're soon getting above the weather. Slow and steady. There we go. Breaking out. Clouds not looking the best though at Sometimes they look pretty good once you break
Center
out
on
of them, but not always.
130.4 Qantas 4003.
Okay, no more complaints
Center
about
Qantas 4003
the
climbing to
navigation, so that's good.
Qantas 4003, good morning.
Let's see, are we getting above the weather? I think so, but very slowly. Let's jump back in. We're climbing very slowly, like 1500. That also kind of puts us in this awkward, ugly cloud top area. At least this is the first TFDI 717 flight I'm doing on this channel where everything is working, in the sense of having the immersion manager working, in the sense of having my PBR working. Oh, well, the ARAC wasn't updated, but that's not stopping us, fortunately. Let me see, I think those are off. We're kind of getting out of the clouds now, so I think we can put the seatbelt signs to off. Should get an announcement, right? Right. Or maybe we had it already. At 10,000, right? That's
The flight crew has turned
no,
off the
there we go.
fasten seatbelt sign. Now
Just
that
took a while
everyone
for
on
Pack
board
X
will
to
have a
react.
seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
I think this should be fine. Let me just increase quickly, check. Yes, it's a bit after that. We have about 200 nautical miles to go. In total about 400. And now look at the clouds. Now they look very nice. Maybe a bit too light, but that could be my settings. I do use the NV shaders and stuff. NVTex. Or NV Deer, I think it's called. Okay, 280
Climb to
climbed.
flight level 280 Qantas 4003.
And one interesting part is to see what's the cloud layer gonna be for the full flight. Will we even see the photo reel? Or are we just flying? We should be able to see it just at the end of it. So here you can see, and we are going basically here. So maybe somewhere around here, depending on how these clouds move, maybe here we'll start to see it open up a bit. But yeah, look at these clouds, very nice. Very nice. Do you have any nice... how's the interior? It's better than nothing, but it's basically an interior for the... I would say for the outside, right? You don't want to have the inside view. Let's see how far. Maybe not the nicest, you don't have the engines on those. Let me just see if we have any nice views what I can leave, because this is gonna be a long flight. Or maybe a bit longer than usual. Let me see if I can give you a nice viewpoint. I kind of like this one at the back, because you can then see what's happening while at the same time seeing the surroundings.
Center on 120.3 Qantas 4003.
Maybe like this. And now
Center Qantas
I'll leave you in charge.
Climbing to flight level 280.
I'll be back very shortly, once we get closer to the top of the descent. Hopefully it clears up a bit, and then you'll be able to see that kind of photo reel that's surrounding it, which then kind of blends in once you get closer down to the ground, and then at one point the land class will take over. But yeah, see you guys soon.
Climb to flight level 340 Qantas 4003. Qantas 4003 contact Brisbane Centre on 134.2. Have a nice day. Centre on 134.2 Qantas 4003. Centre Qantas 4003 climbing to flight level 340. Qantas 4003, good morning. Resume navigation Qantas 4003.
Altitude.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
Qantas 4003 contact Brisbane Centre on 127.2. Enjoy your morning. Centre on 127.2 Qantas 4003. Centre Qantas 4003 at flight level 340.
Qantas 4003, good morning. Qantas 4003, contact Brisbane Centre on 125.75, have a good morning.
Centre on 125.75 Qantas 4003. Centre Qantas 4003 at flight level 340.
Qantas 4003, good morning.
There we go. The Captain is back. Maybe a bit early, but let's have a look around. And now you should be able to see that right below us we still have kind of the normal one because we're not high enough. But then if you look further, you see that it's no longer land pass. You can see it here in the mountains. It's actually photoreal. And you can see it even better here. So the idea is, right, when you're in the cockpit, you never look down, right? So this way, I have like, well, basically about 1/3 of Australia for like 10 gigabytes, right? Or a bit more, 15. And then when you get down, you don't have to worry about, you know, bad autogen or similar. Or like bad placement of the autogen or missing autogen. So it's pretty damn cool.
Alpha arrival with the Bowery transition with vectors for the ILS approach to runway 34 left Qantas.
So let's see, we have about 100 nautical miles left to go still. I'm gonna bring up the chart fox. I'll do it on my other screen. Approach 34 left with the ILS. Let's see, there's different pages here you can load for some time. Looks pretty good though, the cloud. Even though they're a bit waffly, they still look reasonably well. Would have been nice though without any clouds to just see the surroundings. And let me check if I should take a banner photograph. I took one on the ground. Well, maybe it will work. It's not the best one. Like to change things up a bit. Do they have any good kind of like... I do have a few of these. Can get some nice views, right? QantasLink, I guess that's kind of their more local airline, right? Their regional one. A bit like American Airlines have the American Eagle one. Not really finding anything super good. Here you can see really what I'm talking about, so then when you get closer, yeah, here see the normal kind of ground. So it's a good storage solution. Unfortunately, it's only the Gibson guy has only made this for certain areas. I think in the Northern Territories as well in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a look. The Northern Territory, yeah. That one is a bit bigger though, 16 gigabytes. See if there's any good sales. FS Dream Team have... Oh, now you can see it. I think it's changing the... Basically see here, land pass, and then the further away, you see that it's photoreal. Which looks really good. So it's only basically where you're flying, you'll have the land class, because the distance isn't far enough. But yeah, so FS Dream Team has their sale, and they do have some nice airports available. I think like if you want a cheap Vancouver, it's like €7. Honolulu, it's like 10. Maybe I should get the Honolulu one. Get the Cityscape from Orbex. Could be pretty nice.
Will cross Bowery at or above flight
Quite an old one, but I guess it's the best.
Alpha arrival
It's the
with
best
Bowery transition
on
to 5,000 feet. Altimeter is 3027 Qantas 4003.
Seems like there was some plan for FS Dream Team on a Lulu update. Let me see. Yeah, seems like it was botched. So no updated Honolulu, unfortunately, for P3D. What did we get? So 5,000 feet. We're also getting the altimeters. I wonder what the transition ones is. Let's have a look at ChartFox. Does it have a transition altitude or is it 18,000?
Center on 127.1 Qantas 4003.
10,000 feet.
Center Qantas 4003 at flight level 340.
Good to know. ILS. Let's have a look at that. 110.1. That's the ILS with a course of 335. There we go. Anything else? We need to do the barrow, right? What's the minimum? 220, which is quite a normal one to see. 220 set. Oh yeah, look at this nice, the nice photoreal surrounding us. Looks very good. I wonder if it's perfect, right? These look a bit, well, maybe that's how it looks. It's of course not as crisp as the other ones, because, you know, it's less data. Is that clouds or just white specks? Maybe just white specks. Let's see, missed approach, 320. Oh, look at that. We turned and we got a bit of turbulence. We're going down to 5,000 feet. I guess it makes sense. Nassau should be very much lower though. So I'm just gonna change that one. Dudok should be 6,900. So yeah, that's correct. And no clouds. Can't believe there's no clouds here. I mean, this is one of those areas where there were not gonna be that much clouds. So I guess that's why. But yeah, it sucks a bit that you can't see clouds in the distance, right, when you're coming up with them with the volumetric ones. So that's a bit of a bummer. It doesn't look like there'll be any clouds over Sydney either. I guess this must be, if we're looking at windy, this must be the rests of that huge cyclone hitting Philippines. And here I guess the storm that hit Finland and Sweden, the snowstorm. So yeah, quite interesting. Let me put this down.
Center on 130.1 Qantas 4003. Center Qantas 4003 at flight level 340.
We should soon start descending. What do they want us at Borre? 20,000, 22,600. Interesting. And I've been looking for the Microsoft Flight Sim 24 videos start coming out, but still not too much. Just a lot of people complaining. Which makes sense, right? It's been a really botched release. Oh, now we're getting honest reviews as well. Even the A330 driver released one. First flight, it is amazing, within parentheses, once it works. Yeah, that's a bit the feeling I'm getting as of now. There we can see the coast. It's gonna be amazing to see the beautiful cityscape of Sydney. And let me have a look actually. Qantas, what are they flying nowadays? They have stopped flying the 717, which was the reason why I chose it. I think they still have one in operations though. I think they brought one out because the Fokkers were having problems. So it's not totally gone. But let me see. In terms of fleet, they do fly the A330-200. Quite many of them as well. 16. I think I'm gonna maybe fly one with the 200 model from... maybe I could do a flight with the black box one. Or maybe the X-Works one. Yeah, X-Works one in X-Plane. Should probably be a livery available. They do fly the 300 as well, the A330-300 and the A350-1000. It's gonna come in, 24 of those. Project Sunrise routes, that's gonna be cool. Airbus A380, 800s, 10 of those.
4.8 Qantas 4003.
But they'll be replaced
Center
by
Qantas
2032
4003 at flight
forward
level 340.
A380s. Then they have a lot of Boeing 737-800s. That's interesting. If they have a lot of those, why couldn't I find any? I was looking for liveries for P3D, but I just couldn't find any really good ones, but maybe I did find it, but I probably didn't install it properly or something. I think there's even a fake freighter version, it looks like. Qantas. Yeah, let's get that one, the 700. And even the 800 they have. I guess that's fictional, because Qantas don't do freighters, or do they? Qantas Freight, let's see, they do freighters, but they don't do... They have the A321. Now that is interesting. I don't think we have any of those, actually. Maybe they had the 300 model in the past. Yeah, they did have the 400 freighter, so that could explain it a bit. But okay, thinking about that, let's have a look. FS Labs A321 freighter Qantas. Look at that. So there is actually a a freighter version for the X model. I guess without any working kind of doors and stuff, but that's pretty cool. I could see myself downloading that. I don't think I have the X though, I have the SL1. So much lost potential. But I guess they're doing Microsoft Flight Sim now. FS Labs. We'll have to fight it out with the Phoenix. Let's see who's better or worse. It's gonna be a tough fight. And here we can really see kind of the niceness. Like, it looks pretty good. And I mean, it meshes very well for being the land class with the photoreal. We'll soon start. I guess that's it in the harbor, right? I would assume. And nice with some clouds. Let's see if this will stay until we land. Some nice cumulus spread out clouds. That do look pretty nice.
Qantas 4003 contact Brisbane Centre on 125.7. Have a good one. Center
we
on
can start
125.7 Qantas 4003.
5,000 was the one they wanted us. I'll do 4,900 since that's
Center
what
Qantas 4003 and
before the
flight level
vectoring.
340.
Qantas 4003, good afternoon.
And let's see now. Trying to look if there's anything interesting. Damn, up to 75% off on Black Friday, but I don't think there's any products in the Orbex for P3D that's up to 75% off. At least I haven't seen a single one. Would be nice to discount at the Orb store, that would be sweet. I do have quite a bit of orbs, but not really any airport that's been like, yeah, this is the one I want. But there's a few pretty nice ones, like Edinburgh, that I'm pretty close to being able to get. Have like 155 orbs, mainly for purchasing for Australia. But let me, before I start going into that, let me start the descent actually. We'll do it a bit sooner, because I'm always... Oh no. Oh no.
Altitude.
Oh no. Let's do... I was supposed to press Prof. Why didn't I do that? Prof.
Altitude.
There we go. So hold for now, and then we'll start descending. Sorry about that, guys. Me getting way too... Where did my Orbex go now? There, where did it go? Orbex. Ah, there we go. And let me just move some things around, and or actually I think maybe it wasn't the Orbex on the site itself, it was the Orbex on the store, right? This one. Yeah, sorry. Let's have a look. So yeah, Edinburgh's pretty good. As you can see, I'm still a bit below some of these, but I think Edinburgh would be a nice addition. Belgrade, I think I got it through Orbs, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day. I have London City, not the new one though, but it doesn't seem to be included. So yeah, some cool airports for not that many orbs, right? If you buy a couple of sceneries. Here you can get the cityscapes as well. Canberra. Wasn't too happy with Canberra. Gold Coast, very nice. Same with Brisbane, and Sydney with Canberra, I guess was the oldest one and the most expensive one. It wasn't that nice actually. Okay, let's see. I think we're starting to descend now. You can hear the engines kind of cooling out. So we'll start getting down towards Sydney. Then if you go even higher up, you can get the old Melbourne version for 301. But yeah, not anything crazy nice. Nothing really for Australia. Cairns, you can get the 317, but that's, yeah, probably not worth it. It's only a €10 airport, right? But oh well, oh well. Let me just check here. Are they selling anything with 70% off for P3D? I highly doubt it. I see a lot of 40% off. 45 on some of them. FS Sim Studios. That's a pretty good sale. They have some good sceneries, but I haven't gotten that many. I think I only have the very close one in Toronto. The Billy Bishop one, I think. Ah, they have Merrill C Meeks on sale, 40% though. So not the best either. And Northern Ireland, the only regional one I don't have, well apart from the UK where I have True Earth. And also about only 40%, that's 20 euros, yeah, that's steep, very steep prices. But they do have very good quality Orbex, I'll give them that. There's some of the ones that you can't really be, how would you say, usually won't be disappointed. Okay, and let's see how the mountains look. So here you can see really why I prefer photoreal. Look at that compared to this. This is just not even close to the same. Luckily you won't notice it, right, if you're at this angle. And then it's like flying photoreal on the cheap. But as we're descending now, we're soon gonna get more and more, or more and more land class, less photoreal. And here I guess Sydney is. I thought it was there, but it's a bit further ahead. We haven't yet even started turning in here, but we're getting on the arrival. Let's see. There, I guess gentle, that must be the missed approach. No, that's 3000, so that's the missed approach, but after, right? Gentle is that one, yeah, okay. Good to be aware. Let's have a look at the performance. Yeah, the slats are up, that's good. We can arm the speed brake. Let's have a look on the progress page. You can see some wind information. Let's see how many aircraft. Yeah, it looks to be quite a bit, some 747, 800s, Saabs. Gonna be quite nice. It's a bit of a mix.
Center Qantas 4003
Oh, and traffic.
descending to 5,000 feet.
Where's this aircraft?
Maintain vertical speed. Maintain.
Oh, look at that. There we go. A Dash 8. Quite interesting to see, you know, how close you can get.
Monitor vertical speed. Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Adjust vertical speed. Adjust.
I wonder if there would be any safeguards, or if it's just for yourself to kinda try and fix that. Okay, let's see, what did they say now? Center on 1-1.
Center Qantas 4003 descending to 5,000 feet.
And here you can see now we're getting so much lower down that it's starting to increase the area that's non-photoreal, slowly and steadily. But here we still see a photoreal. I don't think the autogen pops out until you get closer. So that's something to keep in mind. Not sure if it covers the cityscape or if that one just immediately gets... I think I have that one higher, so that should immediately get priority in terms of showing through. We can soon start putting on the seatbelt signs. We're in no rush though, fortunately. I haven't seen any toll sales now during that. That's been a bit of a bummer. I was hoping for them to have a sale now, but nope, nope, not now. I want their A320neo, mainly because I want to compare it to the FS Labs one. Well, they don't have the neo, but the CO version. Okay, so what did they say now? They said approach, so we're just being handed over. It looks like pretty nice weather though, so that's gonna be nice. And here you can see we're getting closer.
Continue descent via the 43 Alpha arrival.
But actually the photoreal is maintaining pretty well around. It's basically just, and now we can't see it, you know, unless we go like really to the edge, right, and try to look down. So it's actually a very good solution. Maybe this is what they should have done, right? At least in certain areas, you know, mountains and that sort of stuff, they should have had like this photoreal solution. You know, would have made the game a bit heavier, or maybe, you know, have an optional how much scenery do you want. Okay, and here we're coming in on the cityscape Sydney. Okay, let's see. Getting closer to 10,000 feet where we'll switch to the local baro setting. Let's see if we have the easy one. 1025. Can you change that without? No, you... Well, what was 1025 in 3027? We can change this one, so we don't have to tweak with that. Brake is already armed. We'll do a max landing. Let's have a look at that and what does it say? So a bit less on the map. Go around settings, yeah. Let's hope the vectoring will work. That's my... Oh, let me switch that one out. Looks like we're still on the right frequencies, so that's nice to see. Let's see if the terrain one works. We're now in a cumulus cloud, and I think after this we can actually now start putting on the seatbelt signs again. You can see even here we have some boats, so that's very nice.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
And here you can see this is Orbeck's cityscape for Sydney. Just absolutely wonderful. It is very nice. There we have the Opera House, I guess. The Sydney, the legendary one. Okay, so we're getting closer to 10,000 feet. Let's do the landing lights. I don't know if they have any specific ops with Qantas. I think this should do fine. Are we a bit high or a bit low? Gentle 10,000. Oh, which is pretty good. Have a look at this. It's a very nice and meshes very well with the flight Tampa airport, which is I think here, hidden by the little cumulus cloud in our way. Pretty nice, some different cloud shapes we have around us. I don't like though how bright it is. I'm not sure if I can change the settings, but I get like this really brightness, specifically looking forward. It's quite bright. Maybe I need to just change my screen brightness or something. Okay, let's see. We're getting down 10,000 feet. I now want to see if we can change the thrust. The thrust is being changed. Are we also decreasing our descent rate? We are, in order to get down correctly. That's good. But will we though? It looks like we're a tad bit slow on the... We should be at 6,000 at Sonka. My god. 6,900 at Dudok though, so... Should be fine. Let's just hope we can. And actually talking about that, let's maybe add the speed brake to give us some help. You can see it's kind of normal speed brakes down here, right? Nothing fancy like. I guess I wonder how that would work if you had the tail speed brake. And here we have the flight Tampa one. Not sure why we're seeing some of these dark... I didn't see these before. Some flickering. Do we see it from within the cockpit as well? Okay, but it's decreasing as we get closer. So let's see.
We have begun our final descent into...
But yeah, it meshes quite well. Okay, let's see. So the thrust is looking quite good. We are descending. Oh, there's some update to GSX. So I guess some additions to the P3D version. But yeah, look at the scenery, it's very nice, the cityscape Sydney. This is why I wanted to fly here as my first flight for the Down Under. Just because it is lovely scenery. I wish they did more cityscapes. Would have been nice to see. I don't know. Trying to think what would be a good one. Helsinki would have been nice. Not too many specific buildings there. But hell, anything, I mean. Orbex do quality products. And I'm not sponsored by them in any way, so... I'm merely speaking my own opinion. Okay, let's see. We're quite good, I think. Question is the vectoring, so let's see about that. I think we should be fine. Gonna be nice, very nice once we start turning. So we'll go a bit over the water and then to the left. I'll decrease this one to the lowest. I can do it with the right one as well. I have terrain on, but I can't really see any. Let me see, I guess we could change the, but let's just keep as is. We need to actually set the barrow, right? 1, 2, 5. So as you can see, we're a bit off. And now we should be going down to 4,900. I still have the speed brakes out, just to make sure that we can descend. Better to be ahead of the aircraft than behind, even though we burn a bit more fuel. Let's see if we start that left turn shortly. I'm gonna check what their suggestion is. Okay, so they do have an approach. The question is when will we get that vectoring? And talking about that, let's switch the heading one. So we have the heading selected already. In terms of speed, I am also gonna slow down to 220. There's no point keeping such a high speed. So start.
Qantas 4003 turn left heading 115 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 34
We'll do
left
idle,
Kingsford
clamp.
Smith.
Heading 115 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 34 left Qantas
115.
4003.
Let me slow down. I love to hear the Aussie accents, or I guess dialects in the background. I wonder, can you say that's an accent? I guess it's a dialect, right? Because I mean, they're speaking English. It's just a different dialect, right? An accent would be an Italian speaking English.
Heading 065 descend to 4,000 feet Qantas 4003.
And we are descending.
Stabilizer motion.
I'll do 195. I'll do the slats already. I'll do the nose landing lights. Looking pretty good. We went a bit outside now, so we can't see the autogen. Could be worse. Let's see, we're descending to 4,000, which is according to plan. I am gonna clear that one and that one. And let's see if we'll get a turn.
Altitude.
I'm gonna slow down to 180.
16 nautical miles south of Kingsford Smith Airport. Fly heading 005 descend to 3,000 feet cleared.
005.
Left contact tower on 119.45. Good afternoon.
We can
Fly heading 005 descend to 3,000 feet cleared for ILS approach to runway 34 left tower on 119.45.
we can arm
Qantas
the approach
4003.
mode.
Stabilizer motion.
Anything else? We have the lights on. Speed brake arm. We don't have any auto brakes. We can disconnect the auto thrust. Let's see. We have the localizer alive as well as the glide slope.
Contact tower on 119.45 Qantas 4003.
We can go to flaps a bit higher.
Altimeter is 3027 tower. Tower Qantas 4003
To
inbound
18.
for ILS approach runway 34 left.
Qantas 4003 continue
Oh, we're a bit slow. We should be around 200 knots, so I was a bit too eager there.
Continue ILS approach to runway 34 left will call when established on final Qantas 4003.
Anything else we need to prepare? Established on final, right? Let's see if we get that. We do have auto land on now, but we're not gonna auto land with this nice weather. Qantas 4003 established on final.
Qantas 4003 winds are 017
We have the landing clearance.
runway 34 left.
Cleared to land runway 34 left Qantas 4003.
Stabilizer motion.
Still looking pretty good, maintaining. We are increasing in speed though as we are descending. So let's see, once we hit 185, I think we can start dropping the gear. That will induce quite a bit of drag. So quite quickly you get those to drop. Looks very nice. You can even see in the water the different clouds. That's pretty cool. Now we're dropping a bit. I'll pull back a bit on the thrust. Okay, altimeter set. We're still flying on autopilot.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
We can disconnect the autopilot completely, do this manually. I'll go a bit higher on the... because we're going a bit below the glide now. Okay, maybe not that much. Let's add a bit of thrust. We are on flaps full, so we are already kind of set for landing. We have a bit of a right crosswind, so we'll probably need to crab a bit. Look at that smoke over there, pretty cool. Pretty cool effects. We're flying a bit slow on the approach, I don't know. I guess you would be flying quite a bit faster. It's just me being a bit cautious. Wanna ace the landing, so to speak. I think it was a normal glide slope, but it's just me that's flying a bit quickly. Yeah, look at that. Very nice overall scenery. 160, so we are picking up a bit of speed. Need to remember to throttle down a bit at the end. I love these kind of approaches above the water, and then you get to land on land. Or I guess you wouldn't land on water unless you were a seaplane or a float plane or whatever they're called.
1,000.
Let's see, now we're descending a bit too quick. Gonna throttle down a bit more. Feels like a slow approach, but I guess it's just a long approach, right? So that's why. Okay, we're a bit below, so now when I pitch up, you're gonna notice that our speed will really start to bleed off. I need to add a bit more thrust, unless we wanna go too
500.
slow. There we go, but now we're quite okay.
400. Approaching minimums. 300.
Okay, soon at minimums.
Too low. Terrain.
Minimums.
Continue.
200.
We're a bit below now, but not too much, I would say.
100.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
50.
Glide
not sure.
slope.
Not sure about the glide
30,
slope.
20. 10. 5.
There we go.
Qantas 4003 exit runway when able.
Pretty good landing. Yeah, we do have reversers, right? Let's see, where should we exit? There's a nice A380, I think. So unfamiliar with this airport. Let me actually go forward. I'll add a bit of thrust.
12:30 p.m. and it's currently about 24 degrees Celsius.
I guess to the right would be most. I'm wondering, one is probably the international ones. Probably this one, and then that's probably the domestic ones, right? Look at that Virgin 737. But yeah, overall pretty good landing. Maybe a bit slow on the approach. Well, let's have a look at the landing once we get closer. We can already also start the, sorry, not the air, but the, and actually the start pump, oh yeah, we don't need that, right? So we can just start the APU. Let's see if it works. Anything else we need to do? Don't think so. The APU is starting, so that's good news. What do we have there? Jetstar 787, I presume. I'm just gonna go to the right here. Very long runway, this one. Or maybe I just landed very quickly. That could be the explanation, right? Okay, let's brake. Turn to the right. Let's brake. Qantas 4003. Ready to taxi.
Qantas 4003
We don't need the
contact
landing lights
ground
anymore.
on
That could be on
121
taxi
for
lights.
taxi clearance.
Ground on 121.7
Guess we
for
don't need the
taxi
packs
clearance.
anymore.
Qantas
Keep that open.
4003.
So is there a few A380s here actually? Yeah, at least one. So maybe one is part of the scenery. Either that maybe that one, right? Well, that one is an actual AI. Okay, let me turn here. Maybe we can stop at this tiny little without an actual jetway. Why don't you have a jetway and this one is just because it's cheaper, or? Feels weird, right, with one not having that, but I guess maybe it's the cheaper gate for the Ryanairs of Australia. Let's turn that off. And let's turn in here. Probably a bit of a bigger gate. Which one is this? 59. Let's see if we actually have a... Oh, we do have no follow me needed. Qantas. Did we get the right one now, or? Is this is 59? Oh. Odd. I can't see our GSX friends. Probably hiding somewhere. Okay, let's see where we will park. How big is this one? It's a normal sized one. I guess we can do the 737. Like that. Put the parking brakes in. We'll shut both engines. I'll open one of the doors. Didn't do a pilot ADC correctly there, but no biggity. Actually, we can also release the passengers. Let's have a look. Deboarding. 134. Soft landing. We're very satisfied. That's nice to see. And are these part of One World, right? That's the little thing there, right? One World. But yeah, we made it. We survived. All is good in the hood. And now we should have a quick watch of the replay. 360 maybe. So yeah, here you can really see the... Let me see if I can find a good viewpoint. So here you really see the nice surroundings, right? Very lovely scenery with the flight Tampa and the Orbex meshing. And here we're coming down with the QantasLink. Are we at a good... it was a pretty good, I think, viewpoint. We're pretty good on the approach. Maybe a bit low. But I think we kind of land. We do float a bit here at the end. So a bit after the main one. Then we get down. Takes a while to get the nose down. So that was a bit slow on my side. And we have deployed the thrust reversers. Still the logo lights on. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the proper ops. But yeah. Let me just change back to the normal viewpoint, the one where you can scroll around. And yeah, we made it. So very cool actually. Very nice. Yeah, with the A380 there in the background. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. It was a bit of a longer one, but I think it was pretty nice. Hopefully you will, or if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, see you next time. Thank you for watching again. Bye bye.